Ahoy, landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking, and welcome. Welcome to my home, the place where I spend all of my time now because of COVID-19. There's no escape from here, just as there is no escape from The Darkest Dungeon, which is what we'll be streaming tonight. We streamed yesterday. We've been doing Fridays and Saturdays for a little while, trying to give me some extra time to make my way through the many weeks needed to build up a crew that will maybe, hopefully, eventually tackle the Darkest Dungeon itself, which is both the name of the game and a location within it. At the end of last night's stream, we set up a particularly, I think, ambitious dungeoneering excursion. We'll be taking a team with no healers into a boss fight. It's a low-level boss fight. I don't know if that'll make a difference. But a couple words of business to touch on first. Those of you watching live will probably, or may possibly, notice that we now have the assets I needed to make the channel points into doubloons. We have the Vasco D Booty treasure chest with the suggestive curve to it as the icon for our channel points now, which is very exciting. That has not caused further changes to the amounts necessary to rename heroes. It's just fun. It's flavor text. But on a similar note, I had mentioned on last night's stream that I unexpectedly got rough sketches for our latest round of emotes early, which means I got them like 30 minutes before I started streaming last night, like basically as I was going to set up the stream. And I can show them off now. Keep in mind these aren't finalized level of detail, and some colors may change, is typically how this goes. And normally I don't show them off until they're one stage further completed, but I'm pretty excited about these. One in particular. And I hope that you all are excited too. I set up a button on the stream deck so I can summon it and banish it at will. What we're looking at here, in order from left to right, these would be Vasco D Gotham, which is finger guns emote. Vasco D Lost, which is just if I don't know what's going on or something's confusing, we'll search it through the telescope thing. Vasco D Wrecked, R-E-K-T, which demonstrates a shipwreck of just how terribly this has gone. This feels appropriate for Darkest Dungeon, perhaps. And then right there at the end, on the right there, I think this is the new best Twitch emote that exists, or it will be once it's finalized and I'm able to upload it. This would be Vasco D Love. It's unbelievable. It vastly exceeds my expectations of what this could be, and is the best thing in the world. It's very good. And I don't say this lightly because I very highly rate my own the Vasco Rage emote, the tiny pirate with the angrily swinging the sword over his head. But wow, I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna probably toggle these in and out through the stream to show them off and get people's impressions. I think I know some slight adjustments to be made to all of them. I really don't think significant ones are needed, but I'm very excited to add these to the channel. I hope you are too. I'll probably put up a poll at some time in the not too distant future to help figure out where everything will get allocated. As affiliate, we still only have so many slots. I'm very grateful for the slots we have because originally it was fewer than we do now. But some of them will be relegated to people willing to cheer bits to the channel, and I don't want to put any of the super popular ones behind additional paywall. I think the subscriber thing, which can be done through Twitch Prime, and is a fairly common use of discretionary money for people who watch Twitch streams. I think it's a nice way to make a good assortment of them available, so I want the most popular ones to be there. That's enough tooting my own horn. Why don't we go ahead and get into Das Game. We are, of course, championing the Rainbow Narwhal estate. And, yeah, this mission is going to be really good. I'm really excited about this. I've been stoked for this all day.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
That's right. The special event of the week is One Good Week. Just this once, everybody gets slightly more stress relief from doing nothing, which has, like, virtually no effect on this team, but that's fine. My playstyle is generally to try to keep everyone's stress level under control as much as possible. It's difficult to tell because the space where the camera lives is, like, exactly... there we go. Exactly where the selected team lives, but this is the screen where you can tell we've got level 2 Crusader, level 0 Man-at-Arms, level 1 Plague Doctor, and level 2 Arbalest, now named Derp, fresh off the stagecoach. And we were taking them to battle the Brigand 8-pounder and the Weald. Worth noting that in the past we have, of course, noticed that the Weald is a place filled with much stress. And we don't have a Jester, we have a Crusader. And I have no idea how I expect this to go, but I'm very excited about this. Luckily, this team brings an assortment of fun items. Let's see, it's a medium, and it's a boss. Do I want to bring an extra 4 food to try and... Yeah, I think I should, to get a better shot at being able to eat 8 food while camping for stress relief purposes. It doesn't have, like, a ton of locked items, but, like, I'm gonna bring 2 in case there's, like... Certainly in case there's secret room. I feel like... Bandages okay. Medicinal herbs is pretty good. This seems okay. And then, of course, need some torches. I always bring just a lot of torches. Thanks. We will probably need that good luck. Anything else I want to... Oh, shovels. Wow, that would be an oversight. Definitely going to want some shovels. How do I feel about 3rd shovel? I think graves are a thing here. I think this is the place that has, like, graves as curio. I'll bring a 3rd.
Simple folk are by their nature loquacious, and the denizens of the hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend.
Hi, Spunny. Welcome to the
stream.
stream.
In my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square.
So all the bosses we've encountered so far are like, oh, I did this horrible, like, I experimented, I dabbled in something that I just should not have done, and it yielded this horrible monstrosity. And this time he's sort of like, so, I kind of made the townsfolk angry, and it's possible that some people came with a cannon to sort of put me in my place.
The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air. The war machine is close.
Look at this weird dungeon layout. It's like a big fat line with a bunch of branches, just like off the main hallway. See how this goes. Obviously, Quee is in the front. Fan favorite Quee. It shouldn't matter who opens this. Why is this man-at-arms already at so much stress? We literally haven't taken him on a mission. Why does he have 20 stress? Did he come with 20 stress? Huh. Hey.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in
Check
blood.
out these trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood. Ah, hello, Ditto. Hello, Cat. Once we find ourselves in a good place to take a little pause, I'll bring up what I showed it off earlier, because I want to share it with the community at large. But how you guys doing today? You may notice that we have no dedicated healer in this party. Oh dear. I really gotta kill these rabid dogs. It's annoying how fast they are. I would like to have killed some of them before they had a chance to give us all rabies. Let's go ahead and Plague Grenade should do a good job of whittling some of those guys down. Also, I think Suppressing Fire would be nice. Its man-at-arms is level 0, which gives me some cause for concern. Yeah, that would be the reason. So man should do a lot of damage to all of them and kill none of them. It says he discovered that something he believed he could do for a project is likely impossible. How so? It's interesting that all of the blighted ones moved to the front.
Continue the onslaught.
I think they're all dead now. Let's start healing people.
A time to perform beyond.
You don't have a self-heal move, right? In that case, hit this one, because I'm not totally sure the blight will kill it. And you de-stress the man-at-arms, because apparently he came with bonus stress. Ooh, that's nice. She gets a turn to stop someone from bleeding. Probably herself. Look at that. Healed for 4 and stopped bleeding. Who needs a Vestal, right? Okay, well, we immediately find ourselves with a locked chest, making me wish perhaps I had an additional key. Ah, look at that. 125 gold is definitely worth the key, don't you think? Woof. I'm gonna go south. Told the TA I believed I could do something to display in assorted order. Something in particular doesn't matter. Important that it isn't stored in app, stored in a database. So it's just like not accessible the way you thought it was, basically. This is anti-venom, right? I have one of those. Ooh. Plus scouting chance. I'll take it for now.
Ornaments. Neatly ordered. Lovingly admired.
That sounds especially sarcastic for some reason. Ooh, lovingly admired. Dude, chill out. Well, I've gone through a lot of my supplies already in, like, 1.5 hallways. This is fine, I think. I don't know if there's a battle here, but there might be. Nope. Nothing here. Whee! There we go, that's more like it. I want some heirlooms and crates, like deeds! Yeah, I'm all about them deeds. Oh yeah. This thing. So... Okay. Alright, okay. So, I don't 100% know what this does. I feel like this is a holy water thing. I'm hoping there's a chance it will get rid of a negative quirk, because this Arbalest has a couple that I would like to get rid of. Nope, instead it gave me Mankind Hater. Okay. Well, it could have been worse, that's for sure. Yeah, let's use a torch here. There we go. That's what the shovel's for. What does the gun do? It shoots bullets really, really fast. Anyone in this party good at traps? Yeah, I didn't think so. This Crusader has a 30% trap chance. That feels weird. I guess who has the highest stress that also has a 30? I guess that would be Neko. Alright, Neko. Our always designated trap disabler for some reason. Neko's really good at disabling traps. It is the way I record, Ice Bunny. I mirror the image to you so it makes sense to me so I can gesture correctly to where things are without having to think really hard about it. To you, the shirt is indeed backwards.
A victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
No, I did bring a third shovel specifically to dig graves. And I did mention grave robbing in the title of the stream, so... that was not a very good result. Okay. Well, I guess I can hold it all for now. Ooh, scouting is very helpful here. Okay. It is unlikely that I want to explore that northernmost path, because it will take a shovel that at this point I want to make sure I secure for some other obstacle, perhaps. This southern path seems reasonable to explore. That was a good explore. I'm proud of you guys. Ooh, 45. Yeah, that's a non-starter. That's a non-starter. Ah, I am glad that you have figured out a way to do what you were trying to do, Cat. That's much better than being able to successfully explain to me why you came to do it. It's simply to be able to do it after all. Just as you started bringing extra shovels everywhere except the ruins, because you hate how penalizing obstacle checks are. I usually bring more than I think I could possibly need, and so far, I don't think I've ever actually hit, like, the penalty for it, but I know it's really harsh. I think I want, not Rampart, Retribution on this guy. Didn't quite do enough, did it? He's gonna end up at, like, 1, I think. Dodge!
As the field falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Yeah, I think that's... yeah. I mean... he's dead now.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Nah, I don't really need to do that. Oh! Uh-oh. That didn't do as much damage as I expected. Points for 3 rounds versus 5 points for 3 rounds. And you bandage the Crusader.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
See, when he hits, he does 16. That's good. Who knows what he does when he hits? He's level 0. He's not going to hit anything. Because this is my understanding of how this works. After struggling to get level 0 heroes through first level dungeons for a couple weeks there. So he is double blighted. So he will take 10 damage. And so he will die. Okay, everyone who gets a turn is now on healing duty. Yeah, it's like 15% HP damage and 20 to 25 stress. That sounds about right, Ditto. And yeah, that's horrible. 4 tens of cakes. I guess I could just kill him. Or I could just miss again.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
More deeds.
Unforgiving.
All about those deeds. Don't think I'm about that jade, though. If I want jade more than I want to hold on to the survival guide I will almost certainly get rid of. Nah, I should probably take the jade. Just in case it randomly stacks highly this time. Yeah, let's work our way through here. Tell you what, Man-at-Arms. I believe in you. Oh god, his success rate at disarming traps is 10. No, it's gonna be Neko. Alright, Neko. I definitely believe in you. See, Neko's great at this. Neko's very good at disarming traps. It's somehow become her signature move. Her secret technique. Ooh, we spawned enemies. Haven't seen a lot of that lately. Just do the thing. No, they're just spiders. It's only spiders.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Yikes. Okay, well, I know what the Plague Doctor's doing. Well, actually, maybe the first round is Plague Grenade. Just then I can Suppressing Fire to do the, like, 1 necessary for them to die. Look at that.
Executed with
Look at it.
impunity.
Did our of us get stressed from walking in that hallway?
Death
That's
by
disappointing.
inches.
Let's see if Plague Doctor gets another
The
turn.
path is clear.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
We require only the strength.
Oh, look at that crit! Free stress heal and got rid of the blight. That's
Slowly,
good stuff.
Gently. This
Well,
is how a life is taken.
you know, relegated to healing duty. That's how. That's the Arbalest life sometimes. Oh,
Be gone.
we very much squished that spider. I almost feel bad.
Be wary. Triumphant pride.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 925 gold over 1 jade. I think that's pretty reasonable. I feel like I'm not extremely likely to stack emeralds. Sapphire's pretty good. Team's doing well so far, but, you know, we fought spiders and... I mean, the wolves were the biggest concern, because I think they can give you a disease, but we got lucky there. It's very possible I've brought too much food. I definitely don't want to jinx anything, but this could be going worse. Hunger! Bag of stuff.
A handsome reward
There we go.
for a task. well
That's one of my
performed.
favorites. A handsome reward for a task well performed, and it's like pocket change. Not just when you're going back for loot after clearing all the encounters, retracing explored hallways. Still gives you walking stress. I know, right, Ditto? It's like you've already walked down that hallway. And you're, like, immediately alerted to any, like, new enemy spawns. So, like, what's the deal? Okay. I was hoping for more. I think we definitely want Plague Grenade. Those bat guys are really annoying. Oh, one of them didn't take that damage. There's no dodge. I think I'm supposed to just wail on them? I don't think splitting the damage helps, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I got marked. Look at that! Look at that!
The enemy crumbles.
Look at it. Everyone look. I mean, it's off the screen now, but you know what I mean. I'd prefer it if you didn't rend the mark. Wow, Neko's so fast. Oh, she has 9 speed. That might explain. Why does she have 9 speed? Neither of her relics affect speed. Why is she so fast? She's so fast.
Press disadvantage.
That went well.
Give them no quarter.
Alright, well, if that thing ever goes again, it's super dead. Don't
Such a
critically
terrible
hit my
assault
man-at-arms?
cannot be
That's
left
extremely rude. None of this is good. Guess heal. I guess heal? I guess heal. Just says I took 14 food on a short mission because I thought it was a medium. I was glad I did because the dungeon was so broken up you had 5 hunger checks. Good lord. That's not acceptable. I hate when that happens. I feel like the odds against that are super high, and yet...
The wounds
Get rid of that
war
blight.
can be healed, but never hidden.
Smush him and heal some stress, hopefully. Free heal. Love a free heal.
Success so clearly.
Darn, the jade would have stacked.
Or is it merely?
I mean, it would still be worth less than what we've accumulated. Alright, alright. What's this thing? It's unaffected by the surrounding chaos. I mean, it doesn't look like that, but, again, I'm never quite sure if it's kind of difficult to, like, explain the like, feel of a curio, but, like, there's a style that's, like, it does good mental thing. And that's usually, like, anything purified by, like, holy water or, like, this kind of, like, fountain that's like, oh, look, a nice thing in the terrible pit of despair. And it's like, I never know if it's, like, gonna be, like, add positive quirk, remove negative quirk, remove stress, or, like, I feel like there's even, like, another thing they sort of, like, usually do. If I had, like, totally memorized this game, I might have an answer. Because Arbalest has stress and has some negative quirks I would like to remove, I will attempt to drink from this pristine fountain. I accept. That's a good result. So spooky here. Hey, a torch. It's mine though. Just in case. Oh, good, it's a madman. Oddly surprised them. Should probably start with Plague Grenade. Better get blighted. Good. I think it is better to try and get, like, ooh, I think he's dead. It's very exciting. Oh, it didn't quite kill either of them, huh? But they're pretty close to dead, so I think I like Retribution one, so anything that attacks Man-at-Arms just, like, gets smushed. Love to see that. Really do. That just warms my heart. Alright, that dingus is dead. I think we just... Darn, I was kind of hoping that would do 1 damage. Wow, look at all that gold.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay. So I was going to light a torch before this next room. Well, I don't have to, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to just light this torch.
The match is
because I kind of need it. I'm going to take that gold. I'm not going to take the 9,000th copy of Blight Charm, which is just bad. It's just not a good thing. I don't think it's north, but I'm going to go north first. Oh no, I do have bandages. I thought I ran out of bandages, but it's like the one thing I had.
Finding the stuff is only the first
Oh,
test.
it is the first test, and the second test is my patience. Yeah, it's one of these. No thanks. Oh, good. How's that? It's not great. Oh, and blight? Perfect.
No clemency in this place.
Clemency. Anyone notice the weird change to the vocal quality there? Ooh, heirlooms. Aw, no heirlooms. Hunger. That should free up an inventory space. Nice. Are we good? Took 2 antiquarians on a level 3 medium dungeon. Ended with 3 stacks of 3,500 gold. 3,500 gold in addition to everything else. That's a good run, Ditto. Although I bet it was agonizing to go through any amount of combats with multiple antiquarians. Plague grenades. One down. Don't think that's going to be enough damage for that guy to die this turn, but he should die next turn for free. Don't Rain of Blight. That sounds horrible. Look how horrible that is. Did get marked. But it's pretty good against things that aren't like a cannon. How much damage is he taking? 8? Oh, that's disheartening. I think I'm just gonna take one more hit from that guy and have Man-at-Arms and Crusader try to, like, wall up this guy to death. Good, now they... Whoa! I had to resist disease chance there. That's no bueno. How is about healing? Kinda hope Crusader goes first. Remove stress. Actually got him.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and
Scouted.
driven into the mud.
No secret room, huh? How about this old coffin?
Wealth beyond measure.
Come on.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
$3.50 US. Wealth beyond measure. Thank you. Thank you, Ancestor. I appreciate your insight on the economy. Wow, there's been a lot of these in this place, huh? Okay. Oh, Neko, you know what to do. I believe in you! Always believe in Neko. Trust in Neko. Neko's so fast, too. Jeez. Throws me off every time. Gunner's down. Oh goodness, this Man-at-Arms. Whoa.
Death waits.
Fancy, huh?
In concentration.
I didn't even realize that Rampart had a stun chance. Gonna have the Man-at-Arms try to finish that front dude, and then worry about the other guy next turn. I'm trying to heal up because we're like right next to the boss. Man-at-Arms? Nah, I earned that. Ooh, good dodge though. Ooh. It's good stress healer. Dang it.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Ah, come on with that.
Decimated.
At least he was holding a portrait in his pocket. I thought he was just happy to see me. Oh, hang on. No, please do the... Don't just click through dialogue I'm barely even aware of. Okay. And boss.
A marvel of technology. An engine
Okay.
of destruction.
For some reason I thought the cannon took up more than one space. And by for some reason, I mean, look at the size of that. Have you seen Jazz's sword? Pretty sure this boss can pretty easily call for reinforcements. Ooh, actually, I think suppressing fire is probably pretty good here. Don't shank my Crusader.
Destroyed.
I failed to retribute the cannon. Misfire? Oh, because there was an accuracy penalty to the guy. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen misfire like that. Dead and dead. Okay. So, with that in mind, let me check something real quick. Super resistant to all status things? Got it. It's a cannon. I think it's probably good to try and kill this guy. What's weird, the misfire also shuffled their team, so the guy who's supposed to do the fuse lighting moved to the back and wasn't even next to the cannon. That's weird. I'm going to mark the cannon in case I need to start attacking it with Arbalest, which feels realistic. So how many does it get? One per? Alright, I think this is good strategy. Noxious Blast. Oh right, it's in first position, I can't sniper shot it. Well, I guess I will heal then. My bad. Sort of brought that on myself, I guess. There we go, I did my first damage to the cannon.
Another one falls.
I mean, if I just keep killing all the guys, then this is fine, right? Well, that time it summoned 2 guys. 2! Ooh. I really wanted that.
Another abomination.
Yeah, I think it's really important to kill that guy. We're just gonna chip away at the cannon. We take, like, very little damage, all things considered, by, doing this. So just, like, whatever free damage we get over time is great. I think Arbalest is mostly on healing duty. Retribution the cannon in case they summon a guy. So after the SPS service and look for the dyslexia stuff myself. Have to be done with. See, that's a tough call, Ice Bunny. So Ice Bunny's been dealing with a situation where their college is not helping to provide accommodations for a learning disability, which is great. And it sounds like they're pretty firmly standing their ground on not being helpful about that. So, like, it's a tough call. I think you kind of have to make that for yourself of, like, is it worth it to just keep working at it and make the concession yourself, even though you really shouldn't have to? Or is the principle more important than that? And I don't know how much I could contribute to that, unfortunately, but, like, it seems like you've already put in a lot of hard work. It seems like a shame to just, like, give up on finishing your MA. probably... that one's dead. Well, they didn't leave a body because of the critical hit, which means the Crusader's weird zealous scroll reading can hit the blighted guy for bonus damage. Never mind, he dead. Yeah, well, the Arbalest, it's kind of healing, kind of doing some healing. I don't even remember which enemy caused the Crusader to move back. But it turns out that the cannon boss is like a lot less scary if it can't fire at you. Hey, Demolition, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? So far, so good. We're fighting the boss in this first area, which I had some concerns about, but so far it has pretty much completely failed to damage me. It continues to summon ads that are doing a little bit of chip damage, but here we are. I mean, I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, never know exactly how much damage you're gonna do, but seems good. Darn, didn't quite kill him with that. So he's gonna... Oh, he's gonna die to this, though. Retribution. Yeah, this team has no healers, if you didn't notice, so I was really concerned about the massive damage the cannon can do, but I applied like an accuracy debuff on the first turn, so it missed, and then this team can sort of target everyone, so I just keep killing all the humans, and it's kind of just a cannon sitting there shouting for people to fire it at me. It's a weird situation we find ourselves in. Thank you for the host, Demolition. I think you should heal. Heal the man-at-arms. That guy's dead now. And now that there's only one target, bonk it as hard as I can. I mean, if you can't one or two shot all these enemies, it seems like this is a lot harder. Might have wanted to heal. That guy's dead, so it's probably fine. Ooh, critical hit. I'm pretty sure the cannon specifically needs that dude with the, I don't know what it's called, the cannon tamper thing, in order to actually fire. And I think it may need to be in the position behind the cannon. Not totally sure of that one, to be honest. I don't think your moves are particularly good against the cannons, so I'm going to have someone else try to finish it off.
Impressive.
Getting some nice critical hits in here.
A corpse of twisted metal and splintered wood. At home amongst the headstones.
Oh, I feel good about that. And look, I have the option to pick up a really pretty ravioli. I'm not gonna do it, but I could if I wanted to. Yeah, there's like a hallway that might have some treasure in it. I think there's also an extremely narrow % chance of a critical scout, but I think that's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, I think we'll like go to check out that hallway at least. I think I want to do some fights to like try and clear up stress damage. Is probably a thing. Although also we should just camp, you know, before we leave. How much food we at now? Exactly 8, huh? Guess I jinxed myself there. plague grenade because I hate this thing. Well, that did virtually nothing. I'm gonna let everyone else worry about this and do some stress healing. Hey, how much damage do I think this will do? 4? No, it has not reliably done 4 damage. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. He got marked. It's that one. The guy in the front? Yeah, that one. No, can't hit their position. I thought it could for some reason. Stop resisting. Stop! Stop! They're really going to town on the marked there, huh? Look at how much rending they're doing. Oh, we're gonna be here a minute, huh? Nice. Classic 2 health, Plague Doctor heal. That was nice. It didn't kill him, but it was nice. Haha. Alright, now we should be good. Everyone just heal the Crusader until we get to one of the frontline people. That was pretty rude. Well, now that he's already gone in his turn, self-heal for 5. Hit him. Whoop whoop dee doo.
This expedition at least promises success.
I would say so, ancestor. Long hallway come up. I think we will camp here. No, will we? Yeah, that's probably fine.
A moment of respite.
I'm gonna save 4 food in case I get hit with an ill-timed hunger check, which feels stupidly likely. +2 speed for 4 battles when I see 2 battles coming up seems pretty decent. Now we're just gonna make everyone killing machines with this rest action. Yeah, why not? So we won't be ambushed, and everyone will devastate the enemy. Great! Woohoo!
The light, the promise of safety.
So, scoot our way through this long hallway. Stop. Stop being stressed. Are you stressed, Jen? Are you stressed? That's kind of what work has felt like this week. Boss is just shouting, "Are you stressed?" You know what? This was already worth it. 2 deeds? Yup. Correct. Shovel. Torch.
In radiance, may we
Fight.
find victory.
Spooked him. Everyone is a killing machine. Oh, of course. How about this? That almost worked. Yeah, I mean, I guess well...
Obliterated.
Suddenly this feels like overkill, but that's fine. to 3 Shadowrun games now, Devilish, with 13 players. Do you run them all simultaneously? For fun? It's like multi-ball in Pigball.
A devastating blow.
Wow, I can actually fit all that gold in my pocket.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Plague grenade. That doesn't quite kill 2 spiders. Oh man, I really wanted that arbalest. Definitely should have hit the other one. That was just stupid. I like that the quote-unquote final boss here, the last fight I have, is 4 spiders. Wait, didn't I have, like, a little bit of stress on, like, 3 of these characters going into this room? Why does everyone feel good? Did I even get a critical hit in here? Maybe I got a critical hit at the end of the last one, I just wasn't paying attention to it. So that spider's gonna do something. And then they're both dead. I cured your blight. Just literally no one has any... I read you this scary book. Painting stacks.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can
Rests
be
will
beaten.
go... somewhere. Figured it out. So we got like a decent number of deeds from that, which is good because they're very important. I don't think we invested a ton in getting set up for that, but I think we're still at like slight negative in terms of money. Maybe we about broke even. I'm not totally sure. How'd this go? For some reason, I was really expecting a disease here. I got 2 Eldritch Slayers out of that, which is curious. Dude, Duncan is like set up for the end game. This dude's not messing around. He wants to go straight to the darkest dungeon. Regrettably, he was level 0 until 12 seconds ago, which is problematic. Wow, mine is Deathblow resist on Kui. That's not great. It's not the worst thing, but it's not great.
The poor caretaker. I fear his long-standing duties here have affected him.
Great. Okay. So let's, just for my own sake, let's take a look at the blacksmith real quick. So, I would need an additional 30 deeds in order to, upgrade either weaponsmithing or armor smithing. It's possible that I should do another furnace. I think I should. It will make it more feasible to, like, level up these, like, level 3 characters to 4 and then still have them be, like, on par with the challenges ahead of them with, like, limited resources. Let's take a quick look at the stagecoach. Anything important? No bounty hunter or occultist. This upgrade is not extremely important. I think 4 is about where I usually want it to be. Promote him to middle manager. Yeah, hopefully he'll like fail upwards or something. Okay. So pretty much like literally no one in my entire roster is stressed or diseased right now. We really work together to flatten the curve, I feel. Get this one level 4 team. This is definitely just like a team I brought into a dungeon altogether. Alright, let's go take a look at what options we have. This is gonna influence our decisions, most likely. The longevity eye patch. That's something you want as a pirate. Plus 15 max HP, minus 2 speed. Nah, never mind, it's not very good. Minus 2 speed. He's already kind of slow. I mean, I guess you could argue that's like min-maxing, but like it feels like it's relatively easy to get plus 15% max HP. Sunshine in the Thicket. I don't remember what that does. Caregivers Convention. That's a good one, but I don't really need that right now. I haven't seen a short veteran mission in a while. That could be nice. What's this? Quick Draw Charm. Real fast on the first round. Minus 3 speed after. Not for me. Sounds cool. It's a cool name. I mean, this one gives deeds. There's not a whole lot else in the deeds department. It's literally this one. So I either take the short deeds mission, or I think I would do this to get an Eldritch Slayer's Ring and get Sunshine in the Thicket, which actually does sound pretty good. I don't remember exactly what Sunshine in the Thicket is, but it sounds positive. Oh yeah, Demolition, you missed it earlier. Oh, actually, that's a great shout. So let's real quick. Hey, it's me. To those of you just joining us, as some of you entered during our first dungeon run, a couple things are different today. First off, as Demolition mentions in chat, we got the assets, the smaller file size booty emote, so that we could use it as the doubloon icon as intended for some time. Also, I mentioned yesterday during the stream that I got preliminary sketches, which are not finalized in terms of detail necessarily or color. But I got those yesterday, which is something like a minimum of a week earlier than I expected to. And here they are. As a quick reminder for, again, those just joining us, left to right, we got Finger Guns, Vasco D. Got him, Vasco D. Lost, looking on Telescope, Vasco D. Wrecked. This is a shipwreck. It's very sad. And then on the right, we have the opposite of very sad, which is Vasco D. Love, the happiest narwhal in the universe. Yes, very good. For a long time, I've truly felt that of any emote I've ever seen on Twitch, Vasco D. Rage was hands down the best one. And now I feel like Ugu Bear has outdone herself, because this is just the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's just the best of all. Thank you, Demolition, for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to Cat Dreaming, Billy the Cringe Kid, This is Top Hat, Marin Althea Tover, and X Crom X. I guess Crom. The X thing is usually silent, right? And then an additional gifted sub to Ditto Transform. Much appreciated for all of those. And here's some existing emotes for your excitement. Cat says, Sunshine in the Thicket, party gains extra resolve HP in Weld. Party gains extra damage. Wow, that's... Oh, because the Thicket is the wield itself. And yet another gift sub to Ice Buddy. Demolition, you do not have to be so generous. There are very real financial considerations in these difficult times. But I am grateful to your support to the channel, and particularly, more than anything, just the enthusiasm about the new emotes. So yesterday I was talking like one of these is just perfect, and it's this one. Like I wrote back to the artist when once I finished streaming last night. I was like, hey, so just want to mention, first impressions are great, but I also want to mention this narwhal is the best thing I've ever seen. And then she said something like, yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that one. I'm like, I can tell, because it's great. So I'm gonna put up some polls and do some discussion, and I feel like this one's gonna move to tier 1 sub status. Like something's gonna have to move out to let that one move in, because the maximum number of people need that one, and I feel like that is the most accessible one. Okay, back to the doom and gloom. Although I did set up a little one. Look at the tiny one. I'll leave that up for a minute. Yeah, so this seems reasonable. It's a medium level 3. I have to activate 3 infected corpses. I don't know that I've ever done that. Blighted corpses lay strewn about the old road, teeming with filth and disease. Journeys to and from the hamlet pose constant threat of sickness. Destroy this blight with potent salve. So I get like a stack of... Well, I probably get like 3 individual potent salve that I have to use on corpses, and then maybe backtrack if I want stuff. Yeah, I don't know what Twitch's algorithm is for determining who gets the rate of gift subs demolition. I mean, I think it tries to pull from people who have, like, actively been in chat on the channel, but I don't think it prioritizes people who are currently in chat, which does feel a little weird. Yeah, so we could do this. I think I would like to bring Antiquarian on this mission. And I don't think I'm gonna have to do much upgrading. So maybe I like lock in some positive quirks. Like this Duncan dude. Like I just want to lock in literally every quirk he has. Is that a thing I can do? No, I can make it cheaper. Is that worth my time? How much does it cost? Literally all of these are great. How about damage skills? 5% of that would be... It'd take me down to like 4750 or something like that. I don't know what it's applying the percentage to, the original total or the current. But there's no way to make it lock in more, because there's a chance to get rid of extra diseases, you see. It would be nice to have a chance to lock in extra quirks, except it might do bad ones, so I don't know how that would work, but... Sure. How about... What's the cost? It's... Busts and crests? Yeah.
The front line of this war is not in the dungeon, but rather inside the mind.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go all in on this.
Curious methodologies and apparatus can calm even the most tormented soul.
So that dipped a good amount into my, heirlooms, but I feel like as time goes on I'm going to need to do more and more locking in positive quirks, and look how much saving that is just on one. That saved me like 1,500 or something. It's really good. So yeah, do that, and then who else had stuff that needed to be locked in? I think you're good now. Stress Faster is good, but it's probably not worth locking in. You have anything good? Speed is good. Dodge is okay. Don't particularly care about the Jester traits. Or any of those. I don't think any of my Arbalests have good traits. Actually, did Derp have something good? Well, that's Fated. Fated's decent. Where were we? Credge. Just don't really care about any of those. Oh yeah, bad idea. It's doing pretty good. We locked in Fated and Hard-Skinned. Which one of these... One of these, lepers has, like, accuracy. I really wanted to lock that in. I don't think locking in anything on an Antiquarian makes sense. That's important. That's important. Tough on this occultist is pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This Vestal. Do you need to lock in weapon and armor tinker? You probably don't, but I think I want to. Because if I have to take her anywhere, would I bring her on this mission? That's a real question. I think I I think I am likely to do that. So I don't think I should do that. This guy, this leper, Quincy Longbottom 3. We're gonna, nope, don't do that. Do this and do natural swing. Got it. Okay, really gotta get some deeds. Okay, let's retrieve all trinkets. And then we go back to party selection screen, and we would like bring Crusader as stress healer. I don't hate that. I think I want this Vestal, like I said. Boisavon. Didn't something terrible happen to Boisavon recently? Something real dumb's gonna happen to this poor Vestal. I just know. I have a bad feeling about this. Never bring this poor highwayman anywhere. I think I should leave him below level 3 though, so I can take him on an emergency low level run if I need to. Now it's a feature, not a bug. Bob, bad idea. So what's the one I was going for? I was going to go for this. And that's a medium. So I think I will bring Antiquarian. And I think I'll bring Jazz? I think that's the order I want. And let's do the move all the party together. And I think we'll remove his battle heal and give him Lance in case he gets pushed back behind the Antiquarian. Free bounty hunter yet? No, haven't. I think I checked when we got back to town. So far, still have not come across a bounty hunter. There was like a grave robber at one point for like a hot second, but it was like I think it was like a really bad, or it was like a subpar level 0-1, which would take a lot of effort. Dev was doing some math in chat about his many gift subs over time, and the numbers are staggering. Just big numbers. So one of these days I'm gonna have to do the Cove. What does it take to one? So you can literally go to the darkest dungeon at the very beginning. You can do it like as soon as you're done the tutorial, you could go to the darkest dungeon. The problem is that the darkest dungeon is a unique difficulty. You can see here at the Cove we demonstrate perfectly. There are 3 normal types of difficulty, which are Apprentice, i.e. expected level 1 for your characters. There's Veteran, which is expected level 3 for your characters. There's Champion, which is expected level 5 for your characters. And then there's Darkest, which is expected level 6. Now, you can take a lower level party in, but you're probably gonna die. Probably going to die. Just out of curiosity, what is this? I've never seen this before. Restraining Padlock for Abomination. Transform, minus 40% stress inflicted on party, minus 40% on transformation. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. That's a cool thing. Are those the emotes? Yes, these are the tiny emotes below my face right now. These are the rough sketches. They are pretty close, but not exactly like what the final versions will be. I have a couple like really minor notes. For example, if we hop back to full screen view and then bring up the big version, I want to change the color of the text because the sale on Rekt literally spells out REKT, which I think is great. But I think the dark color on the dark background It's probably not going to read super well as small emote. But I'm going to ask her. I think I'm going to change it to red. I think that'll stand out. Maybe white. I might ask her to try both if that's not a huge problem, because it's just color. Also, the question mark probably has to change color as well, because this on night mode probably isn't going to show up super well as its own thing. White tears. Could do tears. I don't know, I kind of like it just... this Rect is already such an ambitious remote. I think I just want it to be as straightforward as possible in its version, I think. Yeah, right? Like, it's basically black on black in night mode, so, like, that needs to change. But, I mean, it's what I want it to be, which is, like, looking for something? Not finding it. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at there. Probably take that down once we get to the dungeon. But yeah, that's a breakdown on the difficulty. So Darkest Dungeon doesn't need to be unlocked, but if you go there, you'll probably die. So we need to like double check moves and trinkets and stuff. I like the flexibility of Crusader. It can do like lots of different things. I like this class. This is probably fine. And then I guess I need to like upgrade some of their equipment. You know what I don't ever do? Is check the Nomad Wagon. This is why I don't. These things are bad and stupid. Okay. So we'll do... So how expensive exactly? Hers are nice and cheap because she has the quirks that it is easier to arm and armor her. Oh, that's why this one's so expensive. There's actually no level 6. I thought there was, and I was like, how am I ever going to get to that level? So if I can upgrade these again, they're max. That's why it's so difficult to do. Now I understand. That does make sense. Okay. So it would cost... Oh, he's already upgraded. That's nice. So it'd cost like 4,200 per person, so it'd drop me to about 30,000. I think instead I will upgrade Kui! Gosh, look at Kui. How far Kui has come. And then, yeah, we'll just put some trinkets on them. Well, check their levels. That's fine. You gotta get upgraded because you just leveled up. This time I wanted Lance and Stress Heal, and your stuff wasn't already upgraded, so there's that. What are the ones I most want to upgrade? Stress Heal only bumps it to 7, which is good, but I don't think I want to spend 1,000 on it right now. I think I'll upgrade those. I don't need to upgrade most of Antiquarian stuff. And your healing should be upgraded. And this costs like 200. Okay, so the Antiquarian will hopefully make up some of that money spent. There's like 10,000 altogether, and they're not like fully outfitted, but they're like mostly outfitted. And now we do trinkets. Jazz is gonna get the 2 leper bracers I have because that's been going pretty well. He is clumsy. God, what a stupid thing. Okay, you get... Well, let's do... Vesting. Oh yeah, so we just got, like not that long ago, like 1 or 2 dungeons ago, we got... This one? Yeah, the Sacred Scroll. Plus 33% healing skills. Minus damage, which is like relevant. But this also like reduces stress. So, like, you could do this, and then... Isn't there, like, another healing thing that adds 10%? So, like, I could, like... The bonkers healing rate. This is, like, plus... Like, 58% healing at, like, neutral stress. And it just, like, lowers her, like, attack power as a healer. It's like ridiculous. What class is closest to a glass cannon? I'm not totally sure. I don't think... none come to mind. There's a couple of classes I haven't really played with because they're from DLC. One of them might be a little closer to that. I don't feel like anyone other than maybe Antiquarian has like especially low health. Alright, so... Since I gave the one that improves stress healing to the Vestal for maximum Vestalage, I will instead focus this Crusader on regular Crusader things, hashtag Crusader things. Don't think I actually need to give him Holy Orders, considering. And that doesn't do anything. Maybe I give him... Actually, I could give him, like, Dismas's head for more damage, and then give him Holy Orders, which offsets that stress. That seems pretty reasonable. And then, just Antiquarian, like, I don't know what to do with you. I mean, I have these, like, plus 25% protect, seems like that should be pretty good. I wonder if I could do better than, the 10% dodge. I mean, like, technically... I feel like the unconditional dodge is just the thing I want. It's just silly. Okay, so we'll turn that off for now. That everyone's had a chance to take a look at that. I'm very excited about those. Let me know what you guys think about like individual ones. Like it sounds like people are mostly of the same mindset that I am. That the love narwhals like the best. It's just the best. But I'm curious about opinions beyond that. Okay, so here's the one. It's a medium, level 3, gotta do a weird activate corpses thing. I get a bonus, and I get an Eldritch Ring that might be useful in the future. But... Go. Yeah, so we get 3 quest items that don't stack. That's kind of what I was expecting. We are in the Weald, which is, like, shovels are good. A whole stack of shovels. Are you proud of me? Don't answer that. You'll probably be disappointed later because it's too many shovels. Right, Antiquarian brings a free key. I will bring 1 additional key because you don't end up frequently needing very many here. I kind of like... I may need... This is fine, maybe. Gonna bring 2 bandages, they've been pretty good. I have a shovel for digging graves, and... So can I sell this? This item cannot be sold. Might be a free item that came from a specific class, like anti-venom from the Plague Doctor. It might be. Well, I guess I will just take the free item. I was never actually sure if that worked that way. I will bring 1 anti-venom. My inventory is ridiculously full, but we'll see what ends up being useful and hope to hit a quest item early on. Ready and set and go. Scouting.
Tumors, and the land may yet live.
It's not a very far scout, but I'll accept it. Mostly because it let me know about a trap, which is nice. Hey, speaking of traps, anyone in this party good at traps? I didn't bring Neko. What? Literally all of these characters have exactly a 40% trap disarm chance? Even the Vestal? I don't understand. That's very confusing to me. I'm gonna have the Antiquarian do it in case there's treasure in there. Hey, wait, what? I didn't notice a thing that I passed.
handsome reward for a task
Well,
well
it stacks.
performed.
I mean, I'll take it. It doesn't do anything. No, I should have paid more attention. I hope it wasn't good. What? Oh, quest location. That's nice. It doesn't say "and room battle," so I hope it's not. It doesn't appear to be. Infected corpse. Let's do the thing. Cleansed. One down. Alright, look at that. We actually found a, medicinal herb thing. They're not very common here.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
I accept these terms. Ah, I got trapped. Frown.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Antiquarian. Heirlooms? Wow. Look at that. Rare antique and deeds. It's good stuff. Gonna get rid of this trinket that I literally already have equipped. Thank you for that. Most trinkets aren't awesome in duplicates because they tend to be relatively specialized, and you generally want kind of like varied roles in your party. Some of the like very rare ones have some like wide-reaching applications, like my like ancestral healing and stress healing ability. Like that might be useful in multiples, but like the majority are not. Didn't really take a close look at the overall structure since I started in like a single hallway. We'll take a left and then sweep around, I think. It starts by going south. Hi, friend. Okay. Well. Right. He takes up 2 spaces. Guess we're gonna wail on him then. Go, Antiquarian! Do the Antiquarianing thing. Now I'm curious, I have the minus damage to the Vestal. How bad is that gonna be? It doesn't seem as significant as I would worry about. Are extra trinkets worth keeping to sell? That's actually a really good question, Left-Handed Monkey Wrench. I've never really bothered to sell trinkets. They're supposed to be like kind of a source of extra income if you end up with doubles, and I have a couple. So maybe when we get back to town, we'll see what they sell for at like common and uncommon and get a sense of whether that's worth it. Generally my sense is I don't think that they're better than like most of a stack of gold. Like if you have like a stack of like 1,000 gold, I think that's better than like a random sub-rare trinket, which is mostly what you're gonna find. Just keep wailing on the big guy. Their class-specific trinkets sell for like 1,700. Yeah, like rares I can imagine getting like some return on investment, but like commons and uncommons I would guess are probably like a few hundred gold. I don't know this for sure, but that's my sense. Wait, I need to check that stat again that was listed. And of course they all went in a row, so I can't do it. It won't show it to me because I can't actually target him, but I swear it looked to me like the Slavering Ghoul had like -2 damage to hero, and I'm like, that's not very good.
Continue the onslaught.
Everyone knows that dogs don't have bodies. Don't be ridiculous. Wow, look at that. That's like most of a stack of gold right there.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and
I don't currently have
killer.
anti-venom because it's the one thing I use. Wow, it's gonna be a tough one, huh? Antiquarian does raise these issues sometimes. I'm going to say that when I already have 22 food, I expect anti-venom to be slightly more useful to me on average in the wields than medicinal herbs. So that is my judgment call. Let's zoom in a bit. Cool. Trinkets and baubles. I wonder if they'll be paid for in blood. That stacks. This doesn't. Crests, huh? I think I'm gonna leave behind 6 crests. It's a lot, but crests are worth probably less than any other heirloom. And missing out on 6 probably isn't gonna break the bank, whereas I might be able to find crests and something later using, like, anti-venom. I do hope that soon we encounter another one of those quest things. No scout chance. No scout chance at all. What's in the box?
Packs laden
Lusts
with
are a
loot
little more
are
difficult.
often low on supplies.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I will take this instead of the holy water, since the holy water is kind of ambitious. There's not a lot. There's like only, I think, the one holy water curio. And even though I've seen it like a bunch in like the last run or so, maybe like the last 2, I don't think they're extremely common. Very spooky here. I got trapped. Ow.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Fight? What is this weird place? Going this way. Hunger. I am good for food, thanks. Huh.
Finding the stuff is only the first
This
test.
stacks.
Now it must be carried home.
Oh, that's right. The antiquarian can, like, increase the carrying capacity of a single pile of gold. I forget this. Constantly. Yeah. Hey, look! A quest thing! Boop! Oh, there's no extra treasure. Hint, that's not how that works.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Battle? By the way, how do you guys like having the tiny booty emote as doubloons? People like it? I think it's a nice detail. Deeds! Oh, deeds. I need so many deeds. Oh, bad. I spooked him, though. I have very low stun chance now. What's my actual stun chance? It's 110% base. Oh, really? That's actually still pretty high. Because I think it's reduced by... Hang on, can I check this? It is reduced by... Oh my goodness. Oh my god, interface. It's like 10. So it's like basically a 100% chance. Okay. Yeah, no, that's like barely even a detriment to that item. Get a little torch. Didn't stun the one, but that's fine. That probably wouldn't have happened anyway. 3 points of blight? Yeah, stack that on. Aw. My poor Vestal. Also marked. Also, Howl? What does Howl do? Horror! Good. That was a really irritating series of events. And that was before the stun applied. Which also wasn't great if you're keeping track at home. Please stop. Please. How come they got like 4 attacks in a row? I realize it was one turn into the next, but literally every single one of them. Oh, jeez. That's stink garbage. I'm gonna poison you to death. Enjoy it. I should probably do this.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Let's see if it dies before I get to heal. Yep. I think it's so stupidly fast. It is, in fact,
This is
stupid.
how a life is taken.
Great, that onyx would have stacked, but I don't think I actually care. Great. Could have gone better, could have gone worse. This is fine. I forgot to move Crusader back. Or no. Yeah, that's right. I moved Crusader mid-combat with the Lance. The other ones had to shuffle. Great, now we wander back. Stupid horror.
The match is struck.
A blazing star,
A blazing star is born.
Going through food is fine at this point. Let's go. Onward. Like Disney Pixar's latest film. Hey, look at this. I forgot that these spawned. Use 1 times key. This is fine. That's a lot of bandages. How many bandages stack?
The light.
The promise
of safety.
He says before immediately getting ambushed by a zombie giant. It's my buddy Grave Titan from Magic the Gathering. I would like to group heal for 7. God, that's insane. That's bananas. Let's try to kill this giant if we could, please. No, I haven't gotten disease from those rabid wolves yet. I consider that a plus. Not so much loving everyone trying to test the resolve of my humble Vestal there. Ah, jeez.
Unbalanced.
Don't unbalance my Crusader? Oh, I hate... There's something, like, really irritating to me when they all go at the end of one round and then they all go at the start of the next round. It's like, I just want, like, one turn somewhere in there so I don't feel like I'm just being ganged up on. Just, like, really irritating. Oh my god. Please stop this. Stop it, though. Come on. That's such garbage. I, like, genuinely feel like I have to, like...
The way is lit.
Start trying to do this. That didn't even kill one of the wolves? Oh, he's at 1 health. Cool. Cool story. The one that hasn't gone yet. Please make it dead. Thank you.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Heal self. For how many? 24. Cool. Oh man, really wanted that. That's good. That's a good dodge. It's kind of a lot of stress we got from multiple bad things happening. I'm gonna try and focus on that a little bit. Dogs just always go at the most annoying point possible in every turn cycle.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't. Okay. Group heal for 5. I bet that's low roll. I think 5 is like the least I can heal for. It's gonna take a while to get rid of this stress. Good thing we got a campfire.
Prodigious size alone does not
deeds! The deeds always make it worth it. Of course, these ones don't stack. Yeah, I think it's gonna be... You eat food. And you're also bleeding, so eat another food. And then... Oh, these stack. They stack because I already have 6. Woohoo! Freebie. You do bleed. Well observed. Oh, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Look what I got here. It's -1 quest item. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna stay here. There could be trinkets and baubles. I've already paid for them with my blood. I don't know how much space is left in the dungeon. I'm gonna camp somewhere in here. See how this next room goes. Ooh, I don't like the look of it. Antiquarian's on poison to death, the stress dealer. Well, I guess it's a good thing that person didn't have any stress yet. This giant can do some crazy damage with one of his moves, we learned last time. I do think... oh, I can't hit stun in 4th position. So in that case... everyone subs. Heal everyone! I'm really pretty sure 5 is the least I can do with all the healing bonuses I have.
Diminish.
You're diminished. Haha! Dodge. I hate how fast this thing is. It's kind of annoying. It feels like the speed thing should maybe be like a balancing mechanism where like the things that are most scary are like frequently not super fast. But in this game it is often the opposite, where it's like the thing you most want to kill is like definitely fastest almost always. Darn. Really wanted that to hit. I think I actually want to... well, that's like relevant. I think it's dead now. Might have 1 HP, I don't know. Well, it didn't crit the way it did yesterday. I like that he resisted movement when getting hit with literally a whole tree. I think that's pretty difficult from a physics perspective. Well, he's close to almost dead. He's almost dead. Speaking of almost dead. Lord, that's a lot of stress. Well? Ooh, my favorite part is how it's no longer taking damage.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, so probably should heal the Crusader.
How quickly the tide turns.
No! This Vestal got the worries again! I don't have a Plague Doctor to leech the healing.
Compassion is a rarity in
No.
the fevered pitch of
Kill it?
battle.
Okay. Heal everyone. I have low rolled, I think, almost every one of those. I definitely got like a decent roll, and then I just hit 5 non-stop. Maybe time to camp after this to try and deal with the stress. Right, that guy takes up 2 spaces. Sure, why not? No, she wouldn't. Alright, got rid of the corpse. Now the leper can kill it next turn. Group heal. Sure. Get the bonus stress heal on the least stressed character. I appreciate it. Ah, we got the torchlight back up, though. That's not nothing. Just gonna do this, keep trying to hit critical stress heal.
Sedated.
I like that it spent its turn doing the escape dodge to move to the back of no living teammates. Ooh, look at that. That was good. Well, that was extra nice. That was a critical hit that healed stress from everyone and didn't quite kill it, so I can still have the Crusader go and heal some stress. Going to heal himself because he's about on par with the Vestal now. And then if any one of my guys go, we will kill him.
Their formation is broken.
Ooh, magic ravioli.
The offensive.
Do I want emerald? No, I believe I don't. So this is... do I still have holy water? No, I got rid of it. Stand by that, though. I believe it is time to camp. No, you know what? I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna go one more room. I'm gonna go one more room and then camp. Stress just coincided with some other damage. It's like, no one still has horror. That was like half a dungeon ago. Wow, Blight and Bleed are really good against the Antiquarian, aren't they? Because Antiquarian has such low actual HP.
In the fevered pitch of battle.
Well, I wish you wouldn't. I feel like I just made my case as to why I don't like them.
Another one falls.
You're gonna spend that turn stress healing, my friend. Oh man, I thought that was gonna be dead. No one can hit. Everyone feels better. I can put off camping as long as possible, you can see. This is fun.
Executed with impunity. This expedition at least promises success.
This is the problem with putting off camping, though. I have all these bandages that haven't paid dividends. So many chances for critical scout, by which I mean like 4 hallways, and it's probably not going to happen. I'm still holding out hope and holding on to that key. Definitely getting rid of shovel. I think I just leave these crests too. I think the possible value of just additional treasure from the anti-venom and the bandages is worth it. Darn. Don't have medicinal herbs or spices. Alright, no stress dealer here, but I still think I'm gonna camp after this. I think that's about as far as I could try to get away with it. Let's focus on this guy since no one else can hit him. Oh, what? I'm sorry, what just happened? Did anyone see how much damage the leper just did with that single attack? Yikes. This one's dead now. Cool. Yeah, have you seen the size of Jazz's sword? He does hit hard. That is true. Stun this guy, maybe. Huh.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Unable to shank.
Is made clear.
Nice. But I can shank.
Such
Woof.
a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Yeah, that actually could have been a lot worse. Group heal for maybe stress. Nope. Never critical. It's fine. Now this guy's in trouble. I'm still trying to, like, stress heal people, or I would have cut through that body more quickly.
Decimated.
Ooh. Cool. Oh, those still stack. I thought I still had space for busts, but it turns out nope. That's a tough one. Busts are definitely relevant, more so than crests. Fart. I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him in camp and be sad about it. Yeah. Yeah, it's camping time. Shoot, how much food did I have?
Furtive and vulnerable.
I got like 10 extra food, right? I think I have 12 now. Right, skills time. Self, minus 25 stress and prevent ambush. You got it, buddy. Okay, now, what else can we do to get rid of stress? Virtually nothing. You can help. Jazz knows a few tunes. Just keep everyone at a relatively low range, so maybe when we get back to town, it'll be fine. I suppose... How much do I have left? 6. So he can do... For 3, he can probably get rid of all the remaining stress, and then... That still has no actual healing? Guess the Crusader will do it. I think that's worth it. Is he the one who has, like... I have a Crusader that has, like, better camping healing. It is not Kui. Yeah. Do it in the correct order, though. It's really kind of messed up that, like, the... Leper has a move where he just, like, tells everyone how terrible he is and they all feel better. And yet somehow it feels like an allegory for something. Time to rest. Can't be ambushed. Woo. To the east. Shoveling time. What was if we had an actual curio we could open? Is this one bandages? It is. Thank goodness. Something cool.
Glittering gold, trinkets and
guess I can take this for now. Because I got a free space.
Blood.
It's like free parking up in here. Use the torch.
In radiance,
don't do that.
May we
go in the room.
Victory.
Empty room. And no scout chance. Anyone see that obstacle right there? Not even the trap,
Such
but this.
Are the exception, and not the rule.
We're down to 1 shovel. Ooh, another bandage thing. I like the way these are positioned at the end when I have space for them. I forget how many of these minor antiques you can stack, but that's a lot of money right there, which I need, so I'm happy about that. This dungeon is actually going exceptionally well, other than the fact that this team is like medium at combat. Yay, stress. Can I please... Nope, can't hit 4th position with stun. Always get juked by initiative. Might as well stun someone. No one's, like, damaged enough for that to be relevant. Don't target the same one. That's just rude. Darn. I was hoping that by their powers combined they would take out a mushroom man. Everyone is going to town on that leper. Personally, I'd be a little concerned about that, but evidently this crew knows no fear. Look at all that blight. That feels effective. Good dodging, leper. Proud of you. Please heal the leper as everyone hates him. Darn, that would have been nice. Well, they're dead next. Oh, don't, please don't. Okay. Well, just gonna. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Good dodge. Okay. So the body should... That should clear itself out, and then my, like, Then I'll be able to, like, reach the second one. So I'm gonna be dead next turn. Don't do it. Oh, woof. Can he stress heal from back there? I think he actually can. Hey, he can stress heal himself with this weird leper move. Nice. This worked out. Now you're definitely dead. Even if you don't get stun chanced. I don't strongly care. Look at me critically hit that body.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Deeds? These do not stack. This stacks. These go in the emerald spot. Yeah, no, I think that's the size of it for now, anyway. And then we will, open this box. Actually has treasure. Ooh. Ooh. The onyx would have stacked, but I think the treasure's just better. North. Still no scouting success. That's the last of our food. Which frees up inventory space. Silver lining. You also can leave at any point, which is nice. This is fine. I'll still use a torch. That pause was just long enough I thought there wasn't a battle. And then spooky mans appeared. Let's go back where you belong, Antiquarian. Wait. Why did it shuffle? Oh no. I wasn't paying enough attention and that was bad. But then they pulled it up and everything's fine. Everything is fine. Don't worry about it. No one even try to figure out how stupid I am. Just don't. It's cool. Cue them.
The ground quakes.
Stupid spooky stress dealers. Light the hard-to-reach one. Indeed, left-handed monkey wrench. They broke my formation and then sort of helped to fix it. They're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to break your formation. I feel really bad. Here, let me help you pick that up." Cue them very effectively. That definitely wasn't what I had in mind. Well, this round has been subpar. And the dodging is going okay. Jeez, I can't high roll one of these like multiple target hits to save my life. No, the upgrade to the Antiquarian's Blight attack is actually pretty legit. That's like close to as good as the Plague Doctor's Plague Grenade, which is really good. Dude, I don't know or care. Stun this one, please. Just never successfully stun. I mean, it's fair. I have an item on that makes that harder to do, but still. Darn.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Enjoy Poison. Your friend loved it. They left a 5-star Yelp review. I know, it's weird. It literally doesn't make sense. Jeez, it's so much stress. Alright, the Crusader is definitely like 100% on stress curing duty for the remainder of this battle.
A momentary abatement.
That didn't help. Probably gonna have to send this poor Vestal, like, to the tavern or whatever. Oh my god. Thank you. Gonna have the leper, like, self-stress heal on his turn. Crit? No, never crit. Never crit group heal. That was pretty good. Let's try and let's trim that down a bit, huh? Alright. What is this?
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task.
Huge tapestry. Coarse, time-worn weaving bearing invocations of unutterable alienage. Worth a whole ton of gold. I don't remember this item. I'm sure it's an antiquarian thing, but I don't remember it. Cool, I guess. So, no to that whole critical scout success thing, huh? On the bright side... Oh, yeah. This order of operations. Treasure. Okay. Oh, I can actually... got a space for that, because I used all my keys. Let's get back in position, just in case. Just in case. Ooh, don't... that one's gonna be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Stupid, very fast enemies. Oh no, it's going to be a very bad problem. Okay. I need some help here. Oh, that's nice. Feel some stress. That is some help. I accept that as help. Never quite does. Expected that to be closer to lethal. I really want him to, like, kill 2 enemies at once to save the day. Really do hate that man. Really, really hate that man. There's like an interesting commentary on something or other that when you go back to town, your physical wounds are immediately and inherently healed, and your mental wounds, no. Nope. Actually, here's a question. What literally does the worries do that I got? Yeah, it's like plus a ton of stress. No wonder this has been extremely unpleasant. This probably doesn't. No, you know what? I'm gonna hit this one. Try and make it so I can, like, hew the front 2 to death. Oh, are you joking? Is that a joke? It is not funny. Not funny joke. That would have been really helpful. Now I have to do this instead of stress healing. Really do hate that man. That's like the 4th time one of my characters has gotten the worries. Before this run, I think like basically every single time I had seen a disease, it was unique. Like, there are just like a bunch of them in the game as far as I know. And I just keep getting the worries, which is real annoying. How much is taking 6 blight damage, and thus that is lethal. Stab the dog. Alright, well... I mean, at this point, I'm gonna have to, like, send her to... Is there a battle in that room? This feels like a waste. Look at all these bandages.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely
I don't know. Is it a trick of the light? Alright, well, let's leave this terrible place.
Good fortune and hard work may yet arrest this plague.
Well, we made more money in this run than we currently possessed, so in that respect, that's pretty good. Like, I think we literally have like 27,000 or something in the bank right now, and in addition to the collected treasure, we also get 6,750 gold, and we got. I don't think I've ever gotten 15 deeds in a single dungeon run before, but at what cost, you know? Oh my god. Two more people got diseases. I don't even have to open these. Look at their icons. Jazz and Ocean both have contracted diseases from this terrible place. Ah, Jazz got syphilis, and I gotta tell you, that's in character. That's rough. Oh, good, and Queen now gets less stress healing. That's, hysterical blindness. Minus 20 accuracy if stress is above 70. Well, the good news is that probably doesn't matter. The bad news is I'm still mad about it. And oh no, we got some real bad stuff. This run was tough on this crew.
Pallid blight filters its way through the rotting boughs. Let us press on.
So everyone will hit harder and gain more experience in the Weald. Okay. Made some quirks permanent. Have a bunch of gold. How's the stagecoach doing? Another arbalist. There's an occultist named Blangy. Pleased to enjoy Blangy's quirks. He's a ruins tactician. He does more damage in the ruins. Also super spooked by the ruins. He's like, I know exactly what to do, but don't take me there. I hate that place. It's very bad. And they're like, no, you're great. And he's like, no, please don't. I really dislike it there. I cannot emphasize this enough. You know what? I'm taking this idiot. This is too funny to me. Alright, Blangy. Not only are you on the team, it's really not necessary to put him at the bottom.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
But you get the long-awaited name of... Let me check my note here. Yeah, just checking the spelling of the requested occult test and making sure that it is. Actually, real quick. Been a while ago. It is... Yeah, capital T. Capital T. I didn't correctly add that to my note when I added that to my note. It's harder because he wants to go home. Nailed it, Ditto. That's exactly the case. There you go. Occultess. I hope everyone's as pleased with that as I am. Occultess also has like one of the worst combinations of skills I've ever seen on an occultist. It's rough. It's rough. So everyone who went on that mission needs a vacation. Yikes. Hey, Blazavan, what's your thing? Well, only meditate. Great. Well, figured that one out real quick. Actually, though, I really don't think I want you to have the obsessed with food. I really, like, they're not the sort of thing I think you're supposed to go out of your way to remove as quirks, but, like, man, sometimes it's real bad when someone's just, like, obsessed with food, and then they eat a rotten corpse, and then they get, like, a disease, and then the disease gets them killed. I'm pretty sure you can actually do the remove trinkets, like, after they're locked in. You just can't manually remove the trinkets, which is weird. Oh, great. She will only meditate. Well, I guess that just makes the decision of removing the obsessed with food thing a little bit easier. Get rid of Citiomania, a thing I probably literally had. That's fine. This one. And then, so I just want to check for my own edification. So syphilis has the effects of -5 accuracy, -10% damage, -10% max HP. Holy crap, that's awful. Like, just look at his stats right now. Look at how many minuses he has with no trinkets on. Oh, and good, the clumsy locked itself in as a super negative quirk. Great, I appreciate that, Jazz. What a guy. What a guy, this Jazz. Who picked the nickname for Jazz? I want to say that was Haggis. I feel like Haggis should know that Jazz contracted syphilis. And then... whatever. Can't meditate in town. And then hysterical blindness. Is it even worth treating hysterical blindness on the antiquarian? It may not be. Frankly, it may not be. 15 deeds in one run. That's good. I wish I could do that like 4 more times in a row. That would be good. I think I'll leave Kui behind to get some ambient stress reduction. And let's check on what options we have for the next quest. Oh, good. We have a thing that makes it easier to go to the wheel. Did we have, like, no viable... Ooh, well... We could Caregivers Convention, which would take advantage of the current thing of we get extra experience from doing a mission in the Weald, and then also would help us to cure all those various diseases we just got. Hey, Haggis, how did you... Oh, probably Discord. Hey, Haggis, remind me, were you the one who nicknamed Jazz Jazz? Because I think you were. He just contracted syphilis, and I thought that was entirely appropriate as the focus of Love Triangle and Eternal Sonata. It's going. We made a ton of money off that last run, and contracted several diseases and a lot of stress. So now I have to figure out what party I will bring to summon the Caregivers Convention to get rid of said issues. His gloves are medium. So I think I would like to bring Zach for short. Because it's a very stressful place in the Weald. So we'll throw him on there for starters. Probably in 3rd position. Who else? Bring Nikki. That seems good. That seems good. Yeah, let's bring Nikki. And do I have a level 3 Hellion or something like that? I got Duncan, who just wants to go straight to the Darkest Dungeon, but will die there. I guess I could bring... really do need some more frontline guys. Although a bunch of them are currently indisposed or too high level. So I guess I will bring Bad Idea and Uri. I love Uri. Let's see. What's up? Got pinged on Discord. Spent today with girlfriend. She just left. Oh, that's... I mean, that timing works out well, and I'm glad you had a nice day. And breakfast for dinner and watch Beauty and the Beast. Dang, Haggis. 10 out of 10. Hey, Haggis, while you're here, check this out. Boop. These are the sketches for the new emotes that will mostly be ending up as bit rewards. Basically, if you give enough bits, you unlock tiers of emotes that are now rewards. This Love Narwhal is very good. Night Demolition, thank you again for your generosity and for hanging out. Always appreciated. Yeah. Need to rest up. Your next RPG is at noon. I don't know how you do it, Demolition. I really don't. Did you unlock enough? You know what, Demolition? I'll double check and let you know. But yes, 100% yes. I only commissioned 4 because, like, there's only like 1 or 2 people who I think will automatically get 3. Definitely gonna be saving up bits. Well, in a way that's good, because that means that they are exciting. But, you know, definitely no need to contribute to the channel if it doesn't work out for you. Just showing them off because you know I have, as probably one of my negative quirks, I have obsessed with own emotes. So I like showing them off constantly and talking about commissioning more. And I honestly have more ideas for emotes I would like to do. Although the next set of ones I have in mind are extremely esoteric. So we'll see if those ever come to pass, by which I mean probably in a calendar year I'll come up with some way to justify it. Because looking over my emails of talking with the artist who I do these with, they were, I think, in sequence like the first one was like in the fall because like that's when I made affiliate, but then it was like March, late March, April, or something like that. And it was like, ah, I see. This is the time of year for emotes. Okay, so this is the team, yeah? Look at everyone's... Yeah. I don't know. I used to really like Man-at-Arms. Now I like medium-like Man-at-Arms. Of course, the Man-at-Arms I've come across have really good quirks, so that helps. Maybe we're supposed to be, like, focusing more on his buff stuff? Oh, I mean, Retribution is really good. Rampart's, like, generally pretty helpful. You obviously have to have Crush. It's just, like, solid hit him. And, I don't know, the other one I just don't strongly care about. Guard ally buff self? I mean, it seems like there's situations where I want that. It's just, like, I don't know, it's... He's not that, like, flexible, I guess, is the thing. He's very one-note. This time, do I want... I have Jester for, in this case, probably dedicated stress healing. So maybe I... Maybe I put on Stunning Blow for the first time in a while? I would then have to upgrade it. I think that's fine. Let's go, do trinkety stuff. I don't actually think I have any Man-at-Arms specific ones. We've seen some as possible rewards, and they've all been bad. Let's start with Jester. What's the one that increases stress healing skills? It's Ancestral Scroll. And then I need the Holy Book of minus stress. Oh no, I don't need that one. I can give him the one that has, like, bonus upside instead of bonus downside. Probably want Man-at-Arms to have the extra damage head. And then maybe he needs the Holy Book. I think that probably makes sense. Uri can take... So without something that, like, gives a big boost at, like, stress detriment, the Holy Orders doesn't do a whole lot. It could increase his healing skills. Wait, there's no downside to this, is there? Do more damage at Death's Door, you have way higher crit at Death's Door, and you have more Deathblow resist, and you get more max HP. I think in my head I had always assumed that, like, the HP was, like, downs, because you were supposed to die more. It's like, pretty good. Oh yeah, we're gonna... Let's... Real quick, Vengeful Greaves. Let's go to the stupid Nomad Wagon and sell... God, look at this. Isn't this where I sell stuff? Where am I supposed to sell the trinkets? Is there like a button here I used to sell them? Well, I sorted them. Is that what I wanted? I don't think so. I, like, literally can't ever remember doing this. Oh. Square. Just press square. Just press square. Wow. Wait, really? For a common Arbalest-only trinket that sucks. This is just... As someone who loves Arbalest, I'm telling you, this sucks. You get 1,125 gold. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. I mean, here's the problem. Trinkets universally take up an entire inventory slot. You have precious few of them. If you have anything that's, like, worth more than 1,000 gold, including, like, a whole stack of gold, or, like, you know, a couple stacks of certain gems or whatever, like, this is not great. I will sell one of these because I have 3. Why not? And then I have duplicate. Well, that's another. I have duplicates of anything that's just like a regular common what's-a-do? I really don't. I mean, I could check what any one of them is worth, though. Like, how about this one that I see all the time? This would be a good... Yeah, 750 gold. That's not terrible. That's better than I thought it would be, but I don't think it's worth it. Alright, getting back to the actual task of, like, equipping these idiots. I would like to give you the severed head of healing. And also, probably, the book of don't worry about that severed head in your pocket. Okay. So that just leaves Crusader. Now I can do... I can give him more, like, protection, which is whatever. I can give him, like, free max HP. Do I have things I can, like, give him better damage in, like, some not extremely limited circumstance? Not really, right? This is, like, against Eldritch. Focus Ring's probably the best I can do there. So I could give him, like, Focus Ring and Sun Cloak, kind of offsets that. 10% crit's not bad. That could be helpful. Real quick. Nah, I'm not gonna mess with that. I only have to upgrade 2 characters' weapon and armor. I think that's worthwhile. And then skills. Raising this time. This one. Yeah, see? Yeah, I definitely think the Arbalest one is worth more than I would expect because it's Arbalest specific, but it's like also like not even like a good trinket, and it's common. Like I'm definitely a little surprised at that. Okay, so that should be everything I need to do in town. And we'll do this. This might be the last one for the evening. We'll see how long this goes. It's a medium veteran. I must gather 3 medicines, which means I won't have a lot of inventory space, which is something to keep in mind when selecting stuff to bring into the dungeon. Now, this is a real, like, gray scale team, somehow. Look at their outfits. The Jester stands out a little bit, but, yeah. Cool. We'll summon the Caregivers Convention. Great. So it's a medium, but there are graves here, so I'll bring 3 shovels. What were we finding last time? Lots of... The bandages have been... We'll bring 2 bandages. Had, like, weird mixed success with, like, holy water things showing up. Maybe I buy 1 medicinal herbs, because there's a couple of those, like, random corpse things, and then... I'm gonna be kind of optimistic here and bring 2 keys, which I shouldn't do. Because I have a Jester, I'm not going to get the extra food to try and get that chance, but I will bring a fat stack of torches, as I always do. Anything else that looks like it? Alright, wish me luck. Man, anyone who showed up a little late You gotta check out the VOD on this
Our land
one.
is remote and unneighbored. Every lost resource must be recovered.
The first run we did was against the Brigand 8-pounder, and like, wow, that was a weird, wacky fight. This distribution of dungeon looks like butts. I think I will go this way first because, like, it feels like I will have a better excuse to use up the campfire early by doing that. Good start. Spooked him, though. She's in third position. I can wail on her. No whammies.
Confidence surges as the
Yeah,
enemy
look at that.
crumbles.
Get dumpstered, idiot. No dodging. Yeah, this is a rough dungeon layout, right? That's not just me. Like it's like starting in the middle of two like almost as long as possible branches for a medium. Like that's rough. Does not feel great. Look at that 19 heal. Casual 19 heal. It definitely does feel like we are doing more damage, which we are supposed to be. It's just like it's nice that it actually feels that way. Don't do that. That's extremely annoying. I really hate that. Can't stress enough how mad I am about that.
The greater the glory. Seize
I got
this
more
momentum.
herbs.
Push on to the task's end.
That horror is just subpar. Next room. Collect medicine. Found one.
Impressive haul. If you value such
If
things.
you value surviving the nightmares. Sounds like that, for some reason that strikes me like that guy from Gilligan's Island, like Thurston Howell or whatever. He's like, money's the only important thing. Could put a torch in there and fight that Shambler. What, do you value your health, left-handed monkey wrench? Because if so, medicine's good for that. But the ancestor, he doesn't seem to care about that for some reason. Maybe because he's been toying with ending death or whatever.
Spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Hey, a thing. Oh, here we go. Got rabies. Got rabies by mashing some corpse in our mouth. That's great. Oh, minus accuracy plus damage. Well, it's not nothing. The thing that sucks is that I like literally brought the item for that and I couldn't use it for reasons that he just had to jam it in his mouth right then. Couldn't wait. There's no waiting in baseball. Actually, there's a lot of waiting in baseball. It's a problem for the sport. Hey, look, treasure. And I'm betting one of these is the quest item. No, those are actually both room battles with curios. This one's anti-venom. I didn't bring that one. I stepped slightly too far.
Carelessness will
That was
find
indeed
no
careless.
clemency in this place.
That's on me. That was bad. Slimes. Well, if we surprise the slimes, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Yeah, we're definitely doing some extra damage, it looks like. Cool.
Foolish
Key.
horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay. I got stuff. I'm not going to be able to fit too much in my inventory. Ooh. And then I would rather have onyx than jade, but I would probably get rid of the onyx also. Ew! It's the tree giant and whatever that is. It cursed me with something I didn't understand. Oh, she dodged that. I really wanted to hit her with that. No more dodge for old man with tree branch. Yeah, I'll hit him real hard. Ooh, that's a good one. Poison spores? That guy knows poison spores? I don't care for that lady. Good, her thing wore off. I don't like her. Jester is officially on stress duty because she's doing that garbage. I think this ends up being helpful. That sucks. Don't. Ah, jeez. Yeah, that works out. I can only attack this guy, though. Maybe heal the one that got hit by an entire tree. Ooh. See, that's why you go to all the trouble of painstakingly giving someone a severed head. Wow, her dodge is really good, isn't it? I should have paid more attention to that and probably marked her. Yikes. Bling bling blong.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Oh, please don't. Yeah, nuts. Well, he didn't move. He didn't flinch. Oh, you're killing me, Man-at-Arms. Maybe this song will help. Man, she's like devouring my torch. Oh crap, I'm glad I healed him. I was kind of thinking I might not have to, but doubled down on that one. Dude, I'm sick of this old lady. This old lady's the worst. I hate her. I hate this old lady. Stop it. Don't do whatever that is. Stop it! Jeez! Come on, lady. Lady! Stress eaters are always so fast. Why are they always so fast? And how come he can't hit anything? Did I miss something? Did I miss a memo?
Continue the onslaught.
Bandage and no. Real quick. Has like normal accuracy. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, she tried to do like a circus trick with my torchlight. She's like, "Can I see that for a second?" And just like ate it and then like spat it out and then like glared at me to like make a point.
Masterfully executed.
Ah, jeez, that lowered Jester accuracy. Well, that was unnecessary, but I'll take it anyway. Nice dodging, everyone. Proud of you. At least he finally hit. You're right, the Man-at-Arms did hit. very hard, and I do applaud the effort. Heal for 27, I applaud that effort as well. That's pretty good. Why is this guy so durable? I thought he had like 25% protection. Still gonna try this. I made them bleed. Don't think I can... You know, I definitely can't kill him before he attacks.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
There's a critical, but it's still only stressed one guy. Now I don't have to target him because he's just dead. But I do have to heal the man-at-arms because, yikes, everyone hates man-at-arms. All about keeping stress levels low. And that booty. You know this about me. All about that booty. Just gonna say, can I please, could Nikki have a turn? Thank you for the heal 21. Why would I do that?
As the fiend falls,
So that one dies, and if the other one attacks Man-at-Arms, which it might, it will die. It didn't. Ow. Oh, Zach, why? We now have a rabid diuretic jester, and I didn't think that was a sentence I would have to say today, but here we are. I don't off the top of my head know what effect the runs has in a Darkest Dungeon adventure, I'll say that. Hey, free key. These should stack. And then these will replace the onyx. So real quick, this jester! I'm really glad that we have like a massive bonus to damage and thus can kill things more quickly, even though we've been reasonably unlucky so far with hitting things. But holy crap, look at the stats on this guy. Minus 20 dodge, minus 10 max HP, minus 10 accuracy, and then just for fun, because this character doesn't do a lot of damage, plus 15% damage. Runs make it hard for him to hit. Well, no, I mean it's minus 20. It's minus his minus 20 dodge. So like, he's much easier to hit, isn't he? This gives me map usually, right? Yeah, but we're in a corner we've already fully explored, so there's that. Wow. It'll take like 2 steps outside the room and everyone's like, ah, ah, ah. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna say this is probably the last run of the night. Feels likely. So it actually kind of sucks we got 2 medicines early. It just gives us less flexibility in what sort of treasury stuff we want to pick up. Which food have we been through already? 2 doses.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave.
It hurts my feelings that they're all anti-venom things and I didn't bring any this time. Alright, well, here's hoping. This is doable. Darn. The last one could be at the end of the other branch. I don't think it's like necessarily set up that way, but it definitely could happen. That's nice. Well, yeah, if I bring her to the front, then, like, can't she only, like, knife? She might be able to do something from that spot.
Destroyed.
If I kill one of the slimes, they can't merge. Yeah, you dodge that, Nikki. I'm not even gonna justify that with more of a reaction than an anguished sigh. They're eating my torch again. I wish they wouldn't. I guess I will heal the Man-at-Arms for 0. At least he didn't bleed. Ah, look at that! Come on now. Alright, the stressors are dead.
Eradicated.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I think I might take painting over the holy water? But I can just, like, use this as a buff or something, right? Increase resistances. Sure. You did it. I'm proud of you. Beautiful fountain is unaffected by the surroundings. This poor unfortunate jester. I think this is mostly a stress relief thing. I mean, honestly, anime, I would say the worst thing that could happen is if it was, like, immediately on the other side of this room. Like, if it was, like, the first square on the other side of this room, it would be really annoying. Very nice. Well, I don't think I want to camp soon. I think I probably want to make it at least back here. I'm a little worried about food. I'll be honest about that. I should probably hold on to the medicinal herbs in hopes that we make sure to have enough food. Stupid stress. Isn't it supposed to be less stress? No, it's more damage, more experience. Experience is the... There aren't that many things that boost experience that I recall, so I don't think of that as being, like, a thing the game cares about. But in fact, here we are. Food. It would have been really nice if I could have gotten some food from this instead of the jester getting rabies. I wouldn't call this run Rafiq's finest hour, which is an extremely complicated magic joke. There's a character called Rafiq of the Many, hero of the people, who also has won many awards for his courage. And he is prominently depicted on a card that Tech, I think it used to be his favorite card, I don't know if it still is, but it's called Finest Hour, and it just has Rafiq on it being like, I'm awesome! And so it's clearly Rafiq's finest hour. And sometimes when something is just really bad, I'll just be like, in my head, like, you know, this isn't Rafiq's finest hour. It's just not. Wow, it's just nothing but tree stumps here, huh? Alright, well, that's cool, I guess. Thanks for the trap. Love it.
Mind that such missteps are the
My god, there's been
exception.
so much stress just backtracking across this miserable Y-shaped fork in my soul. Almost excited to see a battle just because I plan on just stress healing incessantly.
A time to perform
Smackdown!
limits.
Tentacles! That is what I'm talking about, a bad idea. Let me kill this human first because it doesn't have, like, 80 protect. Well, that's frustrating. But that could have been a lot worse. Darn. I kinda was hoping you wouldn't go first. You will do a heal. You will do a different kind of heal. This poor jester. I feel awful for this jester. I'm gonna try and have you read the riot act and hopefully kill one, damage the other. So he's already marked! You've blown the train's axle, you're just grinding metal. You're just grinding metal. I think if I do this, I clear the bodies and can, like, target both of them with my melee dudes. This... The Jester will do a stress heal on the guy who keeps getting attacked. And then I will read the riot act to the weird upside-down unpleasant fungus creature. Chill himself out by playing Bling Bling Blong, everyone's favorite song.
The blood quickens.
You will definitely attempt to heal the man-at-arms, and instead hit for 3. Ooh, critical though. See, we're mostly in good shape.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I think I will just leave these things. It may be... is it time to camp? It's probably time to camp just to free up the inventory space. Then I really have to worry about food. Maybe I just don't camp at all because I could get hungry at any point. Ah, good. Nothing. My favorite reward. It is so spooky in the stupid wheel. I hate this place. It's got a lot of dodge. Should probably heal this guy first. Let's make the giant guy bleed. Ah, crap.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
Hey, how it didn't it? I thought it said it hit all of them, but the occultist doesn't have the symbol as though he is afflicted by horror. I mean, everyone's already gone, so I think I'm just gonna have the Crusader try to kill the maggots with his group attack. And they don't have corpses. Maggots don't have bodies. Like, I was pretty sure it hit everyone, but it doesn't seem like it did anything to the occultist. I'm just, like, kind of confused about that. Get rid of his dodge again. Don't do that. Yikes. Ah, jeez. Gotta stun the stress healer? That's just rude. It's just a rude thing to do. You remember that time I brought a stun move so I could try to get stress heal off? It didn't work. But do you remember that time? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Probably just heal the Jester.
The slow death.
Thankfully, though, I came away with that with a real haul. Just like an absolute... That's just like a lot of gold right there. I literally can't even, like, fit that in my pocket right now. Isn't that depressing? I mean, no, I don't think I'm going to take 150 gold over, like, one of these things that could be the next curio I run across. I hate horror a lot. It's really annoying.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
So much gold, right? Just like swimming in it, like Scrooge McDuck. Okay, well, you're definitely going to spend your first turn having a chill out. Having a relax sesh. Killed the middle one with extreme prejudice, apparently. Holy crap. Although that actually ends up being kind of problematic. Because now they're right next to each other. So I kind of need the Crusader to, like, kill one of them. It's cool. We have the damage buff. Just have a chillax. Just have a chillax. It'll be fine.
A momentary abatement.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious
I will say that I don't think at this exact moment overconfidence is my undoing. I will say that. I definitely have too many 50s for my lot. I literally couldn't fit that 150 gold in my pocket. Like, what a time to be alive. I do still have shovel, thankfully. It would have been really irksome if I didn't have shovel. Deeds? Deeds! I wasn't actually expecting deeds. Alright. Okay, wow, I'm like low on torches. Here's how you know that the configuration of this dungeon is cauliflower nonsense. Is if I run out of torches before reaching the end, because I always bring a ludicrous quantity of torches. That's how you know. So I think what I'm gonna do is just burn this torch, take the deeds, camp if I have to, and hope for the best.
Only the strength to follow it.
Scouting is very helpful here. That's a very good scout. Well, I do need this. Instead of crests? Why did it not do the... Okay. There's 2 curios up ahead. I have to have faith that something good will come from this idiot run. So here we remain. I guess it's 3 curios total. Darn it! Ah, jeez. Okay. Ah, bad. that's very bad. I don't like that lady. I really don't. Oh right. Yeah. That whole thing where like AoE hits things that are stealth unless it doesn't. Unless the game just decides that it doesn't. Oh, sweet, I actually hit her while she was stealth this time. I made several attempts last time, but it didn't work.
How quickly the tide turns.
Oh, that's annoying. Wow. None of my moves can be used from back here? Alright, well. Guess I stab this guy. That's fine, right? I think that's fine. Sure, heal self. Yeah, crit. Woohoo. Oh, but I can't use these from here. Well, I wish I had moved the occultists back then. That's genuinely very annoying, because I now have no torches, because the last time I fought these idiots, she dodged like several attacks and like dropped me to like 46 torchlight or something, and I ended up having to use like 3 torches just after that battle. Please don't. Ah. Okay. At least that. Come on. Thank you for that dodge. I can't even use the bleed move. I should heal the guy who got hit with an entire tree. Luckily, I have the capability to heal for that amount.
Monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Busts, huh? Well, okay, so I know there's not an obstacle in the next hallway, right? I really have to min-max here. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Okay. So we're gonna go into this empty room, and then I'm going to camp. And we're going to eat
Circle
4.
In the dark. The battle may yet be won.
And what do we have? The Rose has its thorn. Can stop nighttime ambush, which sounds annoying right now. Yeah, okay. This thing. Okay, and then I got 3 units left for... Did it. Rest. So now I got torchlight back.
Match is struck.
I don't have
The
food.
blazing
I
star
have
is
inventory
born.
space. Don't get hungry. Okay. God, everything in this dungeon is just packed with like 25 cents in them. I hate this wretched place. This dungeon has been so mean to me. Ooh, scout. And obstacle. Luckily, there's nothing in that room I care about, so... Hey. Hey, guys. We did it. I carried these bandages the whole way, and they did something. Are you proud of me? What do we get? 250 gold and some stupid gems. How do you like my time, Mario? Great, let's get out of here.
These medicines will prevent the outbreak of epidemic at our struggling hamlet.
That was pretty medium. But the true reward is the extra experience, maybe. We'll see how this pans out. Ah, good, more diseases! I've definitely never played this far into the game. I expected, like, certain enemies to make it more likely for you to get diseases at this point. But I'm a little surprised at how often it's happening by just, like, leveling up. Oh my god, I was gonna make a joke that, like, you can't tell from looking at the Jester's icon that he has a new disease, but he could have a new disease. And guess what? He has tetanus. He has tetanus now. This particular man. And... forget what irrepressible was, but I'm pretty sure it was better than minus 20 stress at high light. Or he has scurvy. Ooh, early riser instead of backtracker. That is an upgrade. That's an upgrade. Calm, however, is a strict downgrade. That's a bad one. Ooh, that was a rough one. That was a rough run, you guys.
The preponderance of rare and exotic.
Ah, right, but that was the other thing. We did the stupid collect medicine
Perfect for the study of
so that we could treat all these stupid diseases. One doesn't contract scurvy? Oh no, you're mistaken. It's the second time someone's gotten scurvy. Great, okay, well... great. Hooray. Stagecoach. Anything interesting? No. Cool. So... You know, this might actually legitimately be worth getting. It's definitely worth getting a new medical ward cell. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Curious methodologies and apparatus can calm even the most tormented soul.
Okay, so who has, for one, Zach for short. Here, I'll do this for my own sanity. Unequip everything. Great. So first off, this 3 disease jester from that one dungeon encounter. Here's his stats, right? His HP is reduced by 10%. His accuracy is reduced by 15%. His damage increased by 15%. Dodge minus 20, and accuracy minus 15 and minus 5 crit. So yeah, this is the worst jester I've ever seen in my life. And I guess the thing I specifically treat him for is the runs. I feel like that's the worst. Well, I gotta tell you, I feel like I'd remember it if I had ever had the runs in my life and it caused me to basically just completely disintegrate as a human being. But here we are. Dating Monkey Ridge says, he needs to stop eating rotting meat with rusty forks. And I feel like truer words have never been spoken. So this guy, this particular jester, yeah, I'm gonna treat him for the runs. I worked really hard to get rid of those runs, let me tell you. So we got scurvy, which isn't great, but it's not, like, super terrible. Ocean has hysterical blindness, which is, like, in a similar camp. And then we definitely gotta get rid of the worries on this Vestal. So currently I have 2 diseases. I feel like scurvy is... Oh no, this is minus 20 accuracy. Oh no, but if stress... Okay, never mind. I double misread that. It still isn't a big deal. Scurvy is... Yeah, I've been coming across a lot of that, like, angry tree guy. And bleed resist is relevant if I have a cultist in my party. I'm gonna get rid of scurvy. No, don't... This. Great. Okay. So, free quirk treatment is cool. Who's up for that? This process always takes forever. I feel like one of them ought to be Duncan. This guy. I have hopes for this man. Did I already lock in? Ooh, I kind of want to lock in on guard for the leper. I think leper go early is pretty nice. Sometimes you get in that hue early, and then like you just clear out 2 guys or something. Do that. Okay. So who gets the other one? That idea has... Range damage, I don't care about. Stress heal from Brothel, I don't care about. Let's do speed at high torches. It's fine. Oh, Zombie. You're so good. Maybe evasive on hope? I've locked in like a lot of the most important ones. The thing is, when considering locking in positive quirks, it's not that you want to. It's not like you're trying to form a specific set of 5, but there are some that are really good. Things like free, just like 10% protection or whatever. Like that's really good. Like that's just like a lot less damage you take over time. So like that's a good one to lock in. So, like, it's not about, like, locking in, like, every single good one. It's about, like, finding ones that you, like, definitely want to keep when they reach a higher level and they are likely to have a bunch of positive quirks that, like, might start overwriting one another. So it's about finding, like, choice ones rather than just, like, trying to make a specific thing. That being said, I feel like I've locked in most of the ones that matter. But you can bet I'm going to lock in something. Fated on Derp the Arbalest. Arguably, I could get rid of Soft. I haven't taken Bauble Buster anywhere in ages. How come we never go out, he must be asking me. That's, like, fine. You're currently being treated. Yeah, it's just Duncan. It's just Duncan. It's excessive, but it's gonna be Duncan. Okay, great. Look at all that. Look at all that value. I don't know. I mean, I haven't gotten all the way to endgame, but I definitely also like ones... Like, Fated is pretty good because it just means your guys are more likely to hit. Which I think... I think there's, like, very low light or no light in the Darkest Dungeon. It's called the Darkest Dungeon. So I think it is more likely for your guys to miss. So, like, that feels helpful. Some of the damage ones, and, like, Protection is a good one, I think. Like, I'll lock in those. I think I might be, like, a little bit unfamiliar with some of that, and thus maybe don't make the absolute most informed possible decisions, but... I feel like this is worth doing.
A strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
I'm gonna do this one, too.
Some may fall, but their knowledge lives on.
That should help leveling up character skills over time, which has cost a little bit of money recently. Alright, time to go look at what next week's first quest will be. We finally return to the Cove. Is there anything good over here? Deeds and a really incredibly weird Crusader-only crest that increases your stun skill chance and reduces your dodge by 2. A really weird amount. Can you lock in negative quirks? I don't believe so. I think you can only cure negative quirks and lock in positives. You also, I don't think, can get rid of a positive if it's something completely useless to you. Ooh. Ooh. That's something. Don't extremely care about this trinket, but 6 deeds? 6 deeds in the Cove? Sounds like a euphemism. It's not. It might be. I don't know. What is this? I read that as horrifying garlic, and that was funny to me. Ooh, this one has 8 deeds, though. But I actually don't think I can stand going to the Weald again in a row. I don't think that's going to happen. What is this? What is this? Plus 15 accuracy ranged skills. Plus 3 speed. Plus 10 stress. It's level 5, though. It looks really cool. I want it. I want it just because it looks really cool. And also because it's ancestral in rarity. Ooh. Plus 50% resolve XP. That's not terrible either. Aw, geez, this one comes with 18 deeds. I wish I was equipped to do that. That would be nice. Yeah, not bad for the Arbalest, right? Increase accuracy and increase speed? Robber thing I literally already own. Bounty Hunter. I'll never see a Bounty Hunter for the rest of my life, so there's that. That's a consideration. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a level 4 team to do this. So, several level 4 characters are being treated for stuff right now. Limiting our options. Some amount. think I would like to... Wow. Jazz has a bunch of stress right now, huh? That'll make for an interesting experience. But I think I would like to take a level 4 team to this level 3 dungeon to start working towards having level 5 teams, so I have at least one in case like something cool like this comes up again. I'd love to get this. I'm definitely not in a position to get it now. That would really be a struggle, I think. But I'm gonna go after this medium quest that is offering 6 deeds, because that will be helpful. I need deeds. I need deeds so I can... The real main focus here is, like, I want to get weapon and armor smithing up to 5. Not only because being able to max out equipment will probably be very helpful for doing level 5 and Darkest Dungeon difficulty, but also because it is a prerequisite for having sometimes level 3 heroes show up here, which will be helpful. 6Ds, the Yu-Gi-Oh series? Yeah, the sequel. They found another dragon, which isn't surprising, because Yu-Gi-Oh is just, it's based on dragons. So many dragons. Alright, so let's bring the team to the forefront. Gotta be a little worried about Jazz there, but I'll deal with that later. So, everyone's skills are cheaper. That's fun. Zombie is pretty maxed out. Jazz... What even does this one do? I never used this. Oh, it's a buff that, like, increases your accuracy. I should maybe sometimes consider this, but you take more damage, too. I should maybe never use this. Oh, maybe that's... Maybe having that last slot for, a D-stealth could be good. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I won't upgrade that anymore, but I will do this and then that. Ah, but in order to use Intimidate, must be in slot 1, which is completely useless with Hellion as a member of the team, because Hellion absolutely wants to be in first slot. So I guess I will leave it the way it was and just never use that move the way I do. Okay. You're fine. I will upgrade this. You are fine. I'll upgrade that. That's fine. I could unlock this stealth bypass, but then she has to be in 3rd position. And then if I do that with Jester, then Jester can't do bleed moves. So I'm not going to do that either. Those stealth moves are like really specific in function. You're not even on the team. Get out of here. And then all you guys have your gear, right? Yeah, I don't have to spend any money on that. So that's cool. Now it's just trinket time. So we got ourselves a leper. Had some success with the increased accuracy, and I guess he's not in first position, huh? So what does that make me want to give him in addition to increased accuracy? I'll think about that. She can take minus stress and high light. And then take... I'm holding the wrong control. I just need regular scroll. And then can do Dismas's head. Maybe I just want... Maybe I just want to offset the HP reduction? Just take more stress because I have a Jester? Maybe? Definitely think the Jester needs a faithful combination of Weird Stonehead and Ancestral Scroll. Let's give Vestal Healing Scroll, and also that's a really cool thing. Okay, so now I gotta think about the leper. I could give him plus more accuracy and plus more crit. And then he would just never dodge. His dodge would be very, very low. But he will hit, like, really hard. You know what? I'm willing to try that. That sounds interesting. Takes a little more stress and starts off with a bunch of stress, so we know what the Jester will be doing, at least early on. But yeah, I think that sets us up. So we'll be going to the Cove to get deeds. That's the plan. We've actually managed to, like, stabilize our economy somewhat, which was my greatest concern coming into this week, so that's super nice. I don't know why chat just vanished. That was weird. Literally nothing happened that would have caused that. Cool. So, thanks to everybody for joining tonight. Anyone still here, I encourage you to try and determine where there may be a secret Squirtle hiding on this couch. In the meantime, let's see. Sounds like people are sort of excited for emotes. I know I am. I know I'm excited about emotes. Yeah, I'm gonna contact the artist tomorrow to make some minor adjustments. But man, it's good stuff. What else? Thursday, I'm gonna say probably Slay the Spire. I reserve the right to think of something perhaps more interesting. I am very much like, the more time goes on, the more I find myself most interested in sort of roguelike experiences where I can play like short bouts of a game and have it feel different and have it feel meaningful and like not have to spend like 50 hours playing a game to get the full experience out of it. Particularly because most of the games that do that these days I find just happen to coincide with like just doing something I'm not super excited about. So yeah, that's why I've been playing a lot of these lately. Doesn't mean I will always only be playing them from now on, but I do enjoy them. In fact, I've been... I know they've pushed a lot of streamers to do promotional streams for this game called... what is it called? The Griftlands? Looks kind of interesting. It's it feels like the length is a little bit more like Darkest Dungeon than something like Slay the Spire. You have like a combat deck and a negotiation deck, and you can sort of try to approach situations from either standpoint. And it has like a weird like ongoing story where you build like reputations with characters and stuff, but it's kind of like randomly generated. It's weird and interesting, and I'm going to try to learn more about it. But it's currently in alpha, so I don't even think I would be able to access it if I wanted to. Alright, so we got guesses about the Squirtle. Under Dino Basket. That's a bold choice. I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but I feel like it might end up being obvious. We'll find out. Behind Pusheen. Behind Groot. Next to Pusheen. Alright. So, let's check that out real quick. I think those are our guesses. Hair. Never cooperating. Always hair. So let's start with the basket. I feel like that's pretty easy to verify. Nope. Not this time. It also reveals it's kind of a pile of Eevees there. We've got behind Pusheen. Behind Narwhal on the far right. Pusheen? Nope. Not there. But I mean, behind this narwhal, this is just like this is a regular squirrel right here. But we did have a guess for behind this particular group, where in fact you will find a secret squirrel located. So, congratulations to my mom and Chad. She had correctly located the secret squirrel. Yeah, so like I said, I think Thursday will be more Slay the Spire, at least at the moment. I'll start looking a little bit more seriously about something else to do on Thursdays if people aren't interested in that. But for now, I think I plan on sticking with Darkest Dungeon on sort of weekend streams. Just because it's like a little tough to fit more than like maybe 2 runs in like a Thursday stream, or I would do that. Suggestions are always welcome. Weigh them appropriately. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. Stay safe. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And like I said, I hope to see you again soon. Signing off for another week of Darkest Dungeon. Making some real progress. Like, how many level 4 characters do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 level 4 characters. Before this run, I have never had a level 4 character to my name. So, that'll do it for the stream. Thanks, guys. I will keep you posted about when those emotes go live. Trust me, you'll know about it. It's my negative quirk after all. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. It's been fun.